Oh, this is Trebek.
I'll do anything at all. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Gotta get up to get down.
That sounds delicious.
Where did you go? Where did you go?
What, is that a song?
What? Gotta get up to get down?
Yeah.
It's a beer.
No, I know that, but I thought you were adding.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know that. I know it's a beer. All right, here we go.
You're on Danny and the John.
98.1, The Max.
Jeopardy host Alex Trebek spent his last hours with his wife, Jean, just sitting on one of his favorite benches, or swings, actually, in his backyard, watching the horizon. A show producer, Mike Richards, told the Today Show, even in his book, he described he wanted to spend his final day sitting in his swing next to his wife and kind of watching the horizon, and he got to do that. He was coherent. He wasn't in pain. And the fact he had had a nice final day makes all of us in the Jeopardy family feel much better. The 80-year-old died Sunday of pancreatic cancer. Here's more of Mike.
I'm Mike Richards, the executive producer of Jeopardy! Over the weekend, we lost our beloved host, Alex Trebek. This is an enormous loss for our staff and crew, for his family, and for his millions of fans. He loved this show and everything it stood for. In fact, he taped his final episodes less than 2 weeks ago. He will forever be an inspiration for his constant desire to learn, his kindness, and for his love of his family. We will air his final 35 episodes as they were shot. That's what he wanted. On behalf of everyone here at Jeopardy, thank you for everything, Alex. This is Jeopardy!
You'd think someone with that diction and that, like, librarian, spelling bee person who sits there and tells the words would be such an a-hole. And he obviously was not. My favorite thing about him that we've learned in the last few years is how much he made the show about the contestants and not himself. What other game show host do you know ever doing that? It's always about them.
Yeah. you know, yeah, I'm not gonna name names, and one's local, but it's always like, hey, bop 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 bop. They run out there and like, hey, here's my big microphone. I'm the man. I'm the man. But
Who's the game show host here locally? Who?
do you remember Wink Martindale? Tic Tac Toe?
Yeah, I didn't know he was from Memphis though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He like George Klein. He had a local show. He had Elvis on. Yeah.
Chuck Woolery, he was all about himself. Pat Sajak still is. But Pat does a better job. Pat's at least funny. I think Pat is making fun of himself.
Yes. After all these years, it's like he's gotten jaded. But the thing about Alex is, just imagine the guy is dying. And 2 weeks before he dies, he's still going to work. He's still getting in a suit and still working. That's just amazing.
Well, I think you see that from a lot of successful people. That's what they like to do. They like to work. So they want their final days to be working.
Mm-hmm. And a video has millions of hits on YouTube, getting more now that we've lost Alex. There are outtakes of him promoting Phone Jeopardy back in the 80s. He's done numerous game shows, and it appears he may be having a beer and then a glass of wine while recording.
So keep watching Jeopardy 24 hours a day and call this number. You dumb son of a bitch. You don't watch it 24 hours a day. There's a daily cash prize of $1,000 and son of a bitch. Well, I'm not quite ready, so I'm going to do it now. Call now and play Phone Jeopardy. You. All right, let's start cutting.
The power of editing.
Coming up next, Pfizer says its vaccine is over 90% effective. So when can we get it and find out what Mike Tyson used to do with his wife's urine?
Clear.
You ready for SY?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I even have it scripted today.
Good morning.
You're not on
Good morning, Stacy. Andrea.
air. Still clear. Stand by. Steel Panther coming up.
And break.
Now.
S.Y. Wilson, the official outfitters of Danny and the Jar, located in Arlington Square with lots of new t-shirts, new Southern Casanova, new Element, new women's boutique, and they've got the Black Friday sale going on early right now with hundreds of Western boots 40% off. Tons of the select boutique and t-shirts are up to 60% off. Take advantage of the early Black Friday sale going on now and get your Christmas list knocked out.
Yes, ma'am. They also have a new bait and tackle, plenty of that's a huge wall in their kayak and canoe showroom. And one of the first things I noticed when we went to S.Y. Wilson in Arlington last year was this little showroom of knives, that Booker knives that they have, exclusive Memphis dealer, and the Soljan making knives for over 400 years. So if you're a knife enthusiast, you might want to go check out S.Y. Wilson, 12020 Walker Street in the heart of Arlington at the Arlington Depot. S.Y. Wilson, they have you covered from the trail like those knives to the cocktail. Jesus. Never mind. Oof. Loud.
Are we off air?
Yes.
Is it Booker or Boker?
Ooh, did I say Booker?
Yep. Like my boyfriend on Roseanne.
Oh.
Yes, Joy. I've already sneezed like 6 times again. All right, back to see. I don't know how to get back to the rundown.
Maybe refresh because I've moved some stuff.
Well, I go to OneNote because that's where my lives are. That's my stomach.
Ah, gotcha.
So then once I'm there, I mean, it's like it should be open somewhere, but I guess I'll open it again. Blue Moon. Good morning, Ron. Yes. How can I help you, sir?
Look at the top. Painless. Look at the top right. Now it says it just popped up. Danny Bruns is here. DB. Like we're sharing this document.
We are.
I know, but I've never. Has that been there?
I see DB. I don't see CJ.
Well, no, that's what I meant. It just popped up for the first time ever.
But why would yours say DB? I mean, why would mine say DB?
No, it
I
said
should see CJ.
it said Danny Bruns is here, and then it just has DB in a blue circle. Let's dance.
Put on your.
I'm playing that Sweatpants parody after Keith Richards.
Did you get anything over there?
Hmm?
Did you get a comment over there anywhere? Look in the top right corner. Oh, there says where it says DB and CJ. See comments?
Mm-mm. Oh, well, yeah, you got to scroll all the way up though, but messed up. Let's swing.
I don't know how that guy could have been caught masturbating on his Zoom. I mean, there's like 85 ways people can look at me right now.
I mean, the guy went to law school for 8 years and gets caught on Zoom. Writes one of the greatest TV shows ever and books.
But I mean, I like when we get done with the meeting now, I'm like closing everything down. I can just see me being on the phone.
You imagine me in this back room during this meeting today, just walking around going, it's dumb.
You're at the office. He was at his house. It's completely different. Sorry.
You sure?
Yeah.
How do you know I haven't?
What?
I said, how do you know I've never done it here?
That's disgusting.
Hi, where was that Sweatpants parody?
Put on your
red shoes and Dave. I read an article. You know, Mr. Prep was talking about Dave Grohl talking about the new album, and he said the title track is like a tribute to Let's Dance. And I was like, ooh, I gotta hear that.
Put on your red shoes.
And dance the blues. I'm sorry, but Boy George coming out doing that was one of the most awesome things live ever. You were a B-52s, right?
Yep.
Let's swing. There it is. Is it in File Manager? Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Here we go.
You're on Danny and the Chow.
98.1 The Max.
Pfizer says its vaccine is over 90% effective at preventing people from getting the virus. This is huge news because it means the vaccines could really help us get things under control. Officials like Dr. Fauci, though, are worried they might only be 50 to 70% effective. And if only half of us were willing to get the vaccine, it might not do much, according to Fauci. But here's Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla.
90% is a game changer. Now you're hoping to have a tool in your war against this pandemic that could be significantly effective. How long this protection will last is something that we don't know right now, but we will follow up the 44,000 people that they received. They are part of this study for 2 years. And during this follow-up, obviously, we will be looking also the durability of the immune responses.
That's the problem I have with the Fauci. If he doesn't say it, it's not true. You know, for years, we've had people go, you might want to get a third, second recommendation.
Well, yeah, I just don't know if I guess because he doesn't back Pfizer or he's not with Pfizer, then he's gonna say it's not. I'm over it all.
Well, exactly. And I mean, he's been in office or he's been in this position since 1984. How old were you then, Danny? 6. I mean,
It's the same as Congress. I mean, there should be term limits. I was talking yesterday. There should be term limits. Even our president of the United States. I mean, now look, there could be major problems with this. I am not a historian, nor am I a political scientist, but it makes sense to me. Why couldn't you have a president for 6 years and they have one term? So we're not sitting there the first year getting to know him getting to know what to do. And the last 2 years, campaigning for the next round.
And fighting everything that was going on. You know, we didn't know what he was doing because all the news was impeachment and COVID. And
well, that's, you know, for 4 years, we tried to impeach our president and get him fired. For the next 4 years, we're going to try and impeach our president and get him fired. That's who lost in this election. It's 8 years of the American people's time and money. So I don't know. I think 6 years may just help the
I like it.
situation, but
I like it.
what do I know? I know that Mike Tyson insists that he never used steroids, but he wasn't above using his kid's pee to fake a drug test. He recently said he initially used his wife's pee, but here's him telling why he stopped using his wife's urine.
We were talking earlier before we came in here about the Whizzinator,
Yes.
which was a prosthetic. You put clean urine.
Yeah,
and
I put my baby's urine in it.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes I'm just hoping that one day I use my wife. My wife said, "Baby, you better not hope that it comes back pregnant or something."
Yeah.
And I said, "No, so we ain't gonna use you no more. We're gonna use the kid because I got scared that it might come back pregnant."
Mike, you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Whizzinator?
I don't know what the Whizzinator is, but I think it cleans your pee. If you know what the Whizzinator is, or you have done anything crazy to pass a drug screening or someone you know, 535-9898. Give us a call on our Rick's Powder Coating text line. Coming up next, many people are planning to move now that they can work remotely.
Clear.
None of these spots are anything we're supposed to be doing, are they? Are you sure? Do you look on the log?
Oh, hang on. I hit audition. My bad.
These aren't any spots we're supposed to be doing, right? Check the log and see. Time is at 7:33. I'm just confused with these orders. Put on your red light. I'm mixing Roxanne and Let's Dance together into one song.
Hey, the Max, can you hang on 1 second? Hang on 1 second.
All righty.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hi, this is Brandon from South Haven. I thought it was pretty funny that Danny didn't know what a Whizzinator is because it's basically a prosthetic wiener that you wear on a belt that holds urine. Because you know how some drug tests, they watch you if it's for
Right.
like government or things like that. So instead of having like a condom full of urine in your pants or things like that, you basically just pull this dildo out of your pants and pee with it.
Awesome.
And they sell those, and it's pretty awkward, pretty wild, but that's pretty much what it is. It doesn't clean it; it holds it.
I'm just going to get one and go to the bathroom, a public restroom, just to watch people's faces.
Yeah, like I had to ask a friend of mine for clean urine one time, and he was like, "Oh, you just want to borrow this?" And I was like, "No, what? What? That's like going to a chick and she's like, hey, do you want to borrow my toy? Like, no, that's been inside you. I don't want that."
Or it's like that Chinese factory that was using used condoms and reselling them.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just want to let y'all know what a Whizzinator is, man. 98.1 The Max Rock. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You too, buddy. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Then typical Max listener just hacks up. Ugh.
What do you mean?
You can hear him cough right before he was like, oh.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that spot's a portfolio. Okay, we got a haul.
Hmm?
You got a haul. So I can edit that. Let's go.
Oh. No, I thought you were getting confused that Bon Jovi was about to end. Let's dance.
Dude, I got 3 minutes.
Let's swing.
It's ready to roll if you can hit it.
This is Danny in the Jar, 98.1.
The Max.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hi, this is Brandon from South Haven. I thought it was pretty funny that Danny didn't know what a Wizinator is.
Keith
'cause-
Richards.
Yeah, we were talking about Mike Tyson using fake urine for his drug test, and the guy asked him why he didn't use a Wizinator. What is it?
It's basically a prosthetic wiener that you wear on a belt that holds urine. Because you know how some drug tests, they watch you if it's for
Right.
like government or things like that. So instead of having like a condom full of urine in your pants or things like that, you basically just pull this dildo out of your pants and pee with it.
Awesome.
And they sell those, and it's pretty awkward, pretty wild. It doesn't clean it; it holds it.
I'm just gonna get one and go to the bathroom, a public restroom, just to watch people's faces.
Yeah, like I had to ask a friend of mine for clean urine one time, and he's like, "Oh, you just want to borrow this?" And I was like, "No, what? What?
It's like that Chinese factory that was using used condoms. and reselling them.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
man,
just want to let y'all know what a Wizinator is, man. 98.1 The Max Rock. Y'all have a wonderful day.
thank you, sir.
You too, Brandon. Appreciate you calling in.
Or just, step outside like at a ball game or something with that.
Right. Wouldn't it be great? Like we're all camping with all my friends and I just go over to a tree and just standing there.
Oh, between 14 and 23 million Americans are planning to move as a result of remote work. Of those millions, 20% are currently based in a major city. The numbers hardly solidify a trend indicative of a mass exodus from big metropolises, but they do suggest that people are likely looking for cheaper homes now that they aren't forced to live within the proximity of a physical office. And of course, those cheaper homes tend to be outside of major towns like the Mid-South.
All I know is we talked about Hobbit houses yesterday and I knew nothing about them. And I went online yesterday and I booked it for a weekend. I'm not going to say where. I'm not giving away my treasure. There are Hobbit houses that you can go stay in and they're awesome. They're so awesome.
Even around here?
It depends on what you mean around here.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Because yesterday's was Rhode Island, and I was a little confused. And when we got off the air, I went and looked. I was like, goodness gracious, yes. I mean, I would love to eat that food. Anytime you see, what do you call those pots? Did you see those pots that are on the table in those pictures yesterday?
No.
I posted it on Facebook, but I mean, they're just like those, 5-gallon, not 5-gallon pots, but just, those little pots you make like casseroles in.
Jarman goes to food. You went. I didn't even notice a pot, and you're like, "Did you see the food?" No, I did not see the food.
You saw the pumpkins and the kids outside of them.
That's exactly right.
Get up. It's your Morning Wood with Danny and the Jar on 98.1 The Max.
Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? Would a man with a cup of coffee save a woman from being mugged?
Would a train actually stop on a dime being held by a child?
Or would Alexa order sex toys while a woman was watching Borat during sexy time?
Very nice.
535-9898. Give us a call on our Rick's Powder Coating text line and your choice today. If you know what Morning Wood headline is the actual headline, you could win the Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy Osbourne's 40th anniversary expanded edition, or Prince's double album, Sign of the Times, super deluxe format. Good luck. Clear.
Oh, what are we doing? Back to the phones. Sweatpants. Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hey, this is Matthew.
Hey, Matthew, where are you calling from?
Calling from Memphis.
Matthew from Memphis. Did you save a lot of money with Elizabeth Rook?
No, sorry, can't say that I did.
Well, Matthew from Memphis in our copy saved over $2,000 with switching to Elizabeth Rook.
You can call her an 867-SAVER with us.
All right, Matthew, which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? Would a man with a cup of coffee save a woman from being mugged? Would a train actually stop on a dime being held by a child? Or would Alexa order sex toys while a woman watched Borat during sexy time?
I'm going to have to go with the first one.
Ooh. Man with a cup of coffee saving a woman being mugged. I like the pun in there too. Mugged with a cup of coffee.
What?
I'm sorry, Matthew from Memphis. No Morning Wood for you.
Baby.
But you could save $2,000 in just 15 minutes.
Rookinsurance.com. Rookinsurance.com. Hey, the Max, who's this?
Marcus, are you calling from Memphis?
Yes, I am.
Marcus from Memphis, which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? The man with the cup of coffee saving the woman, the train actually stopping on a dime with a child, or Alexa ordering sex toys during Borat?
I'm going to go with the man with the cup of coffee.
Ooh, man.
Boy, Danny's gotten two guys.
Morning Wood has gotten mugged on Marcus today. I am sorry, buddy.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Marcus, for listening. We appreciate it.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hey, this is Matthew again.
Oh, jeez, Weasel.
The Larry King.
Oh,
syndrome.
yeah.
Matthew, one of our 3 listeners, got back in. Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today?
I'm going to go with the sex toy this time.
You are correct. You got yourself some Morning Wood. Hey, in that time from last time we talked to you, wasn't that fast how quickly Elizabeth Rook could hook you up? Because I know you called her before you called us back, right?
Dude, I actually went online, did it all through my phone, incredibly fast, incredibly easy.
All right, Matthew from Memphis, congratulations. Would you like the Ozzy Osbourne Blizzard of Oz 40th Anniversary Edition or Prince's double album Sign of the Times?
You know, for me, this is a no-brainer. Ozzy Osbourne all day, every day.
Wow, congratulations. You got Blizzard of Oz and Morning Wood. Matthew, congratulations.
Thank y'all very much.
Hang on one sec for it,
Hey,
buddy.
Matt, hang on one second, okay?
Yep.
Are we leaving Elizabeth in there?
Yes. Because look, I was over here watching the levels, and I was like, "What is she talking about?"
Well, that's what I don't want the listener to wonder what I'm talking about if they don't know.
They've heard it.
Do what?
They've heard it before. Where are we? Everyone that was. But you decide. Let's dance.
Put on your red shoes.
All right, here we go. Mute.
'Cause the race is on and
I'm sitting there going, what the hell is she singing while she's doing this?
Because the race is on.
All right, I'm doing it off Adobe. Here we go.
Get up. It's your morning wood with Danny and the Job on 98.1 The Max.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hey, this is Matthew.
Hey, Matthew, where you calling from?
Calling from Memphis.
Matthew from Memphis. Did you save a lot of money with Elizabeth Rook?
No, I'm sorry, I can't say that I did.
Well, Matthew from Memphis in our copy saved over $2,000 switching to Elizabeth Rook.
You can call her at 867-SAVE.
All right, Matthew, which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? Would a man with a cup of coffee save a woman from being mugged? Would a train actually stop on a dime being held by a child? Or would Alexa order sex toys while a woman watched Borat during sexy time?
I'm going to have to go with the first one.
Ooh, man with a cup of coffee saving a woman being mugged. I like the pun in there, too. Mugged with a cup of coffee. I'm sorry, Matthew from Memphis, no Morning Wood for you. But you could save $2,000.
Rookinsurance.com. Rookinsurance.com. Hey, the Max, who's this?
Marcus, are you calling from Memphis?
Yes, I am.
Marcus from Memphis, which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? The man with the cup of coffee saving the woman, the train actually stopping on a dime with a child, or Alexa ordering sex toys during Borat?
I'm going to go with the man with the cup of coffee.
Ooh, man.
Boy, Danny's gotten two guys.
Morning Wood has gotten mugged on Marcus today. I am sorry, buddy.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Marcus, for listening. We appreciate it.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hey, this is Matthew again.
Oh, Diesel.
The Larry King.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew, one of our 3 listeners, got back in. Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today?
I'm going to go with the sex toy this time.
You are correct. You got yourself some Morning Wood. Hey, in that time from last time we talked to you, wasn't that fast how quickly Elizabeth Rook could hook you up? Because I know you called her before you called us back, right?
Dude, I actually went online, did it all through my phone, incredibly fast, incredibly easy.
All right, Matthew from Memphis, congratulations. Would you like the Ozzy Osbourne Blizzard of Oz 40th Anniversary Edition or Prince's double album Sign of the Times?
You know, for me, this is a no-brainer. Ozzy Osbourne all day, every day.
Wow. You got Blizzard of Oz and Morning Wood. Matthew, congratulations.
Thank y'all very much.
A woman living in the UK says she was charged around $140 for 3 erotic fleshlights after her Amazon Alexa device ordered them. Katie Brown says the voice-controlled device was next to the TV as her brother watched Borat's subsequent movie film and ordered the sex toys when Sacha Baron Cohen's character tries to order 3 flashlights with Alexa. Was his fleshlights or flashlights, but instead received the toys in the film. Brown says that she got a full refund for the purchase and also has now changed the setting on her Alexa so it cannot be used to make purchases.
Flashlights. I'm looking for 3 flashlights.
Very nice.
You know, it's like Danny said, you got to be so careful this day and age.
We're on film everywhere. I mean, people are sending emails to us about what we say off air.
Yes, or calling us or texting us. You know, there's guys who are lawyers. They are journalists for CNN. And
engineers.
Right. And they're on Zoom calls, you know, doing bad things. It's just nuts.
It is creepy. It is creepy.
Absolutely. All right. After Tom Brady had his worst game ever on Sunday Night Football, the New York Jets were 2 minutes away from their first win against Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots this year. It's coming up in your sports shorts. What?
And the national keyword?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. So we talk about it on this, so it gets heard, right? Jar. And then we're going to go search in logs to take screenshots when you could have just done it yourself. I mean, it was obviously the one that was in red, Jarman. It's already there. I put it there.
No, I know. And yes, I could have. Never mind. I could have copy and pasted just like you did.
Oh, really?
Sorry. Oh, that's right.
We're being watched. Remember, we're being watched and listened to. Creepy. So where do we go? I got the wrong. It's like when was it a screwdriver or a hammer showed up to the golf course? Where do we go? All right. Let's do where do we go?
Oh, the Dream Skateboarder. I was like, I don't even know who that is.
I don't know that I care.
I know, but when you sent it to me, I was like, okay, that's something. And I was like, I don't know who that is.
Where do we go?
Now here we go.
I'll be right back.
Say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to take it down?
Looks like it's going to be a 51-yard field.
Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. When the rain washes you.
First down and goal from the 5. Cam's going to keep it. Newton trying to get there, and they're going to give it to him. Touchdown, Cam Newton. Flacco put some air underneath it. Got a man. It is caught. Rashad Perriman. Touchdown for the Jets. Second and goal. Give it to Burkhead. In. Touchdown, Patriots. Second and 5. Here's Flacco. All alone is Perriman for the touchdown. Here's Newton trying to get there. Looks like he does. Touchdown, Patriots. And an extra point away from tying the game. Folk on the way. And it is good. With zeros on the clock, Nick Folk. The field goal from 51 yards away, and that's how the Jets fall to 0-9. With zeros on the clock, and that's how.
I guess only love you when they're playing.
chance at $25,000. It's the 25K payday on 98 on the max. Text the national keyword change right now to 958. ANT. Text it right now to the number 95819 for your chance at $100. Good luck. You're listening to Danny and the Jar.
I understand.
I found your toothbrush and toothpaste. It's on your counter. It's in one of your bags. Where do we go? It's on your bathroom counter.
Can't believe that's all Wise brother has. Go.
Sports Shorts, revealing every man's package for years and revealing the need-to-know sports stories for today with Danny and the Jar on 98.1 The Max.
Looks like it's going to be a 51-yard field goal attempt to give the Patriots a come-from-behind win. Folk on the way, and it is good with zeros on the clock, and that's how the Jets fall to 0-9.
Oops.
Yeah. The winless New York Jets led most of last night's Monday Night Football game and what could have been their first win of the season against Bill Belichick after Tom Brady had his worst game in his career Sunday night I thought it was in New Orleans. It was in Tampa. That was in Tampa Bay, and that's rare when something like that happens. But Cam Newton and the Patriots scored a touchdown with about 2 minutes left, tied the score at 27. The Jets failed to get a first down, had to punt, and the Patriots made it to the 33-yard line before attempting that field goal. Notre Dame has said that they are going to have a bunch of COVID-19 tests after all the student body rushed the field yesterday, or rather Saturday, after beating Clemson with a backup quarterback in 2 overtimes. Still blows my mind. Act like you've been there, Rudy. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, you're one of the most coveted football programs ever. And just like a friend of ours said, Alabama would never do that. Period.
In 2020, I mean, people are running out to the streets for a lot of victories lately. So it seems to be the thing to do.
Golf star Sergio Garcia tested positive for the COVID-19 and withdrew from this week's Masters. It's the Masters starting Thursday. The NBA and the Players Association officially announced that last night that the new season will start on December 22nd and that it'll be shortened to 72 games, and the scheduled football game Saturday between Auburn and Mississippi State has been postponed because of positive coronavirus test in MSU's program. It just never seems to end.
Just quit testing. I'm just kidding.
Right. You know, don't tell them you got a fever.
We are kidding. We are kidding. We are kidding.
Right.
But I I did find it. Today was the first time I found it interesting to hear someone. Oh, it was a woman who was in a train crash in another whole state. And when they did the news report, they said, amazingly, she walked away from it pretty much. Nothing happened to her. And it was her second time in the hospital this year. She had been in the hospital earlier this year for a week because of COVID-19. And it was the first time I thought, is that going to be the report every time now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Danny is in the hospital because she hurt herself walking. She was in the hospital earlier because of flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, One-Eye Willie made Danny trip because she wouldn't share her White Castle, but she got the COVID from it.
Yeah, I just find it. I don't know why that's part of the news story for everything these days.
So Anthony Fauci can be on TV some more and more, but he doesn't believe in this Pfizer vaccine. Hey, speaking of, we didn't say anything. If you haven't heard, the Pfizer people say their vaccine is 90% positive. Are you going to take it?
90% effective.
Right.
I don't know that we'll have the chance. They said they're going to have 10 million by mid-December. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
You've been more cautious than a lot more other people too, but I mean, you've been busy just working from home and with kids and a dog that begs and begs and begs for food, as you can hear every now and then.
If they just tell me that it's Kool-Aid and to drink it, I just might. We've been doing it for 8 months now. Coming up next, Britney Spears' father fires back in conservatorship. Am I saying that right?
Conservatorship, yeah.
All right, you try it now.
Yeah, Britney Spears' father fires back in the BS story. Free Britney.
We off?
Yeah, sorry. Clear.
You're going though, right?
No, I'm going back, yes. Where do we go? Been a nice the past few days for November. Gonna have a high near 80 today, but a cold front coming in with a low of 55 tonight, and then the highs and lows in the mid 60s and 40s. But maybe it's the holidays. Think about talking with your family about getting yourself a nice pool, some landscaping for next spring and summer with Richway Landscape, 853-9590 or richwaylandscape.com. They have a bunch of landscape installation designs that you can have, hardscape elements, night lighting. A lot of people are doing that, and you're going to need some irrigation coming up before this month is over. And as I said, great pools, waterfalls, and a gazebo to put a big screen TV, maybe an outdoor kitchen, some furniture, and you can enjoy it for the rest of your time. And they'll take care of it. They'll maintain it. They've been doing it for 35 years, since 1985. And if you don't believe the jar, go to their website and look at all of the beautiful designs they have. But more importantly, all the testimonials of people who have trusted Richway Landscape for all of these years. All you have to do is call them and get ready to relax, refocus, and unwind, and they'll try and design exactly what you want at Richway Landscape. 853-9590 or richwaylandscape.com. Oh, what are we doing? Brett here. Hey, y'all. Brett here. Are you kidding me? No, 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 no. Stop. Collaborate and listen. No. Where's the delete button? Gosh damn it. Painless. not doing it. Why?
Sorry, I didn't know it was muted that whole time. So that'll buy us 30 seconds. Did you hear the tease?
No, what was it?
It's about to play. Make sure I can hear it too, because I want to see your talk about this one. Talk about money. It's got every dimension that you could ever ask for. Please, I don't want to hear some Nirvana.
Oh.
One. Coming up next, Britney Spears' father fires back in
the BS story. Free Britney.
And how dare anyone out there make fun of Britney after all she's been through? Leave Britney alone!
You're listening to Danny and the Jar
on 98.1 The Max.
Beautiful.
music, 2 voices, and audio. Winning.
Magician. Miss Dick Williams over there. Lay Britney alone. I bet.
Do you have any audio for this?
No, just this music, man.
Do you want this Chris Crocker guy?
I'm sure I can find him. Let me see.
Yeah, just leave Britney alone.
No, we'll play the whole dead come thing. What has she done to you? It's like Jill and Betty Crocker, right?
What?
Chris Crocker like Jill and Betty?
Yeah.
Yeah, send it a Pop-Tart.
You want the whole thing?
I don't care.
It's a minute and a half.
Yeah. Well,
sure?
Yeah, because I thought that's why you played this, so because we weren't going to be.
Damn it.
Ding, dang, dong it.
Here, I'll take.
All right, now look, if you send it to me and we don't have time, I want you to read some of this and then we'll talk. I've got a little opinion about it. That way I can at least open it up without changing. I mean it.
Painless. Painless my arse.
Yeah. All right. I'll start it.
You're with Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
It's Miss Britney Spears, and her lawyer recently filed legal documents trying to get Brit's dad back, or her dad, Jamie, removed as Britney's co-conservatory. Well, now Jamie is fighting back.
Yeah, he says that he filed the legal documents insisting he is the reason Britney's estate is actually in good shape today. He argues he's been doing his job effectively and is the one responsible for pulling Britney out of debt, getting the estate to where it is right now, which is worth about $60 million.
Doesn't that seem a little low for her, as much as she's toured and done Vegas and all of that?
Well, I think maybe she blew a bunch of it. That's why her father stepped in, and maybe he saved $60 million. Or she'd be knocking on Nick Cage's door. And one of Sam's issues, now Sam is Britney Spears' lawyer. His issue was that her dad hired a new business manager without letting him or Britney know. But Jamie says technically he and those managing Brit's business affairs don't have to tell them. I mean, they may not have to. Let's see the paperwork. And I'm sure it's about 500 pages long.
Right. Now, before when Britney first started, I don't know if you ever heard the story way down the radio block where you used to work. Jamie used to be a contractor and was working here in Memphis and drove them nuts on the request line to play her song. Play your song. He called like every day. And
really?
Would just not leave them alone.
Because I know when I worked over at Q1075, I did middays, and I was like, how am I supposed to introduce Britney for the third time today? Because we blew her up. I mean, we played her every other hour.
Well, yeah, but I mean, once she did blow up, everybody, can you imagine working in New York, Miami, or LA? I bet it was like, because, my mama said, she remembered growing up in the pool, they would play Teddy Bear by Elvis every third song. That's how ridiculous Rick was then. So, I think he's just a control freak. But
we don't know the real. I mean, let me tell you this: if my kids were in dire straits like her, we appear to be, I'm going to take control over them.
And we
kid.
And we recently talked to somebody that makes a lot of money in the business. And he thinks that, just looking at her Instagrams and everything, sometimes she takes normal pictures and videos and sometimes she doesn't. But this is also somebody who's burned down her workout room because she had candles burning all day.
Yeah, she's lost her mind a few times, but I could see why. I mean, if anybody made me wear a denim dress with my boyfriend in full denim, Justin Timberlake, I'd be I wouldn't be doing so hot myself. But you remember Chris Crocker about 13 years ago? He could not get enough of Britney, loved Britney, and always stood up for Britney and made the YouTube videos. In case you forgot how obnoxious this kid is, here he is.
And how dare anyone out there make fun of Britney after all she's been through? What you don't realize is that Britney's making you all this money, and all you do is write a bunch of crap about her. She hasn't performed on stage in years. Her song is called Give Me More for a reason, because all you people want is more, 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 more. Leave her alone. You're lucky she even performed for you bastards. Leave Britney alone. Please.
Damn.
Leave Britney alone. Please. Leave Britney Spears alone right now. I mean it. Anyone who has a problem with her, you deal with me. Because she's not well right now. Leave her alone.
I mean, I wouldn't want to deal with that guy. Wow. He might beat me up, not, said anyone. Where is Chris Crocker now? Well, he's 32 years old. He moved back to his home in Bristol, Tennessee, and he travels to LA for business. But Crocker's work consists mainly of short form, self-directed monologues shot in his grandparents' home. What kind of films? He is known for his pornographic films. So, doing porn in your grandparents' basement. Good luck, buddy. Coming up next, the best high school reunion prank ever.
Damn.
Jesus. Like with a girl, pornographic, or you're on mute. No. I thought I had that Notre Dame story somewhere.
Hi, welcome to the Maid Cafe where we're cuter than kittens. I'm the diversity hire, Bryson. Are you here for the gamer discount? Okay, I can explain. Oh my god, explain. Oh my god,
Hey, Danny.
Oh, yeah. No wonder you can hear me. I was like, please mute.
Oh,
What? I'm trying to get something for this segment. What's up?
no, I got it. I figured it out just then.
All right, we're gonna put that after we'll talk about the guy sent a hotter.
Okay.
We'll talk about about high school reunions, and then I'll just say it reminds me of one of my favorite movies.
No.
Can you hear that?
No, I just can't wait for. I'm gonna save it for the air. I love that damn movie too. Oh, if I could get a file manager to help me out, I'd appreciate it.
Persistent little thing.
All I ever wanted was for people to think that we were.
All right, you ready?
Oh. So you want me to play? I got to do Rami off of Adobe. You want me to play it after a tease or something?
No.
Okay.
We'll play Guys Send a Hotter, talk about that, and then I'll talk about high school favorite movie, and then you play that.
Okay.
It's Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
Gotta love TikTok. Gotta love TikTok. A guy was doing a comedy bit on TikTok that had him wearing a maid's costume. So about halfway through the video, the door opens and it's his roommates. They enter laughing. Listen to what he says to them instantly.
Hi, welcome to the Maid Cafe where we're cuter than kittens. I'm the diversity hire, Bryson. Are you here for the gamer discount? Okay, I can explain. Oh my god.
His roommates are never going to let him live that one down. Dressed up as a maid. What are you doing, buddy? All alone at home, dressing up as a woman.
I mean, why would you do that when you got roommates? I'm not doing that. dressed up as a woman when I got roommates.
Well, because he was doing a TikTok. Like my husband had roommates his whole life, and he dressed up as a woman every Halloween.
Please, he does it every weekend. Every weekend.
This guy got bullied in school, and he wanted to prank people when he went back for his high school reunion. So these people put this plan. They sent a cooler, better looking body double to his high school reunion. It didn't really work out because a lot of people realized it wasn't him and said it doesn't look like him. But he ended up finding out a lot about what people really thought about him back in high school.
I want to send a hotter, more successful lookalike to my 10-year high school reunion.
Oh, hi, Katie. How are you?
You're not Steve Festa.
Yeah.
No, you're not. What's my last name?
It's been a long time, Katie. I did have a little bit of a crush on you, so.
Tell me something about me.
You're beautiful. That's one.
No. Well, thank you. Something about me previous.
It's so horrible. I am Steven.
No, you're not. I'm sorry. You don't look like him even. They didn't do a good job. So I've been waiting to find Steven. Talk to him. You're not Steven Festo.
Steven Festo. No, you're not.
We should go in. Yeah. What's up, man?
Steven!
I did not anticipate this in any way, and I didn't think that I was still relative in their thoughts, even at 10 years after high school, but I got proven wrong.
What an awesome story that turned around for the kid. Reminded me of my one of my favorite movies that came out the year after I graduated, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion, because that movie could not reflect my best friend and I. I mean, just to the T. I mean, they even one of them had a back brace for scoliosis. And I wore a scoliosis back brace freshman through junior year. I mean, the movie is written, I swear to God, about us too.
All I ever wanted was for people to think that we were better than we were in high school. And now we're just a stupid joke, just like we always were.
No, Romy, can I tell you the truth? I never knew that we weren't that great in high school. I mean, we always had so much fun together. I thought high school was a blast. And until you told me that our lives weren't good enough, I thought everything since high school was a blast. I think we should go back out there as ourselves and just have fun like we always do. The hell with everyone else.
Exactly right. And I've never had a bad situation at a high school reunion. I was amazed at our 20-year reunion, how many people had not changed a bit.
Yeah, you're right. But some is good and some is bad. But anything odd happen?
No. Yours?
Well, being class president, I've been in charge of the last three. And for those of you in West Memphis, class of 89, I'm not doing it ever again. But the first 10-year, our friend Jerry Lawler was married to a girl that I graduated high school with, and we were having a great time. And somebody went, by the way, we were at the Marion Golf Club. Not that they don't have a country club, but they were like, by the way, the cops are set up at the entrance. Jerry shut in, and Jerry was running for mayor at the time. He shut up and got out of there so fast, and he wasn't drinking. Don't get me wrong. Jerry doesn't drink, but he didn't want any part of that.
I guess, you did make a good point. The one odd thing is, like you said, the class president was in charge of doing planning ours.
Mm-hmm.
And she won't do it ever again because we ran out of booze in like an hour. And she's like, you think people are really going to drink that much? She's like, yeah, we've already drank a ton before we came because we're nervous about showing up. Do you think people are going to drink that much? We had to go drive and buy beer an hour into it.
Yeah. Me and my friends spent, I'm not going to tell you how much money I've spent on three of them, but I've just had enough because, people like won't pay, they'll come, but they didn't pay and they just act like everything's cool. No, it's not cool.
Well, yeah, and we also realized, why are we paying to go? We would meet Friday night free up at a bar, and then Saturday night we'd pay $300 to go to the zoo. Let's not do that anymore. The Friday night was always a lot more fun anyway.
Right.
What do we got to get dressed up and drive down to the zoo for?
Who's got a big backyard?
I'll see y'all at Cameron Brown. 535-9898. Do you have any horror stories of anything that's happened to you at a high school reunion? What?
Just that play next button. Just
All right, we've got to do the thing right now at 8:55.
all right, let's try. Well, okay. Let's skip that since we mentioned the Notre Dame. Let's see if we get calls and then do that. Because I'm waiting on Dr. Dave to update a little bit. Here we go. Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hey, this is Jason.
Jason, hey, where are you calling from?
About the high school reunion story.
Yeah, go. Yeah, what happened to you? What happened to at your high school reunion, Jason?
Well, it didn't actually happen to me. It happened to our group of friends that were together. So we ended up leaving the high school reunion and going to the Blue Monkey, and it burnt down that night.
So y'all are the reason that they had to rebuild the Blue Monkey.
I didn't see any wrongdoings, but we were all pretty hammered, so I don't know.
The night the lights went out at the Blue Monkey.
Uh-huh. Bartlett High School reunion, 1995.
B-A-B-A-R-B-A-R-T-L-E-T-T Bartlett. Panthers go, fight, win. You know Kristen Posey?
Burn it down.
Man, I went out with a guy from Bartlett class of 95. What was his name? Shorter guy, like black hair, played soccer. Wow.
Not sure.
Wow.
But a side note, so
that was my side note.
Hammered that we had to leave a vehicle there, and it got towed and impounded at the city lot because they had to move it to put the fire out.
I mean, that thing, well, the thing about the first Blue Monkey, there was so much shellacker, and they built it using old liquor bottle labels for the bar and everything. So, you know, it just went up in flames and was just boom, gone.
Oh yeah.
Guy's name was Jason.
Jason what?
Jason from Bartlett class of 95.
That's not me. You didn't know me. I didn't play soccer. There's a lot of us Jasons running around that school.
Hey, Jason, we appreciate the call.
All right, you too.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, the Max, who's this?
Hi, it's Tim.
Tim, do you got your window down or up or what?
No, I got you on Bluetooth. Let me take it. You there?
Yeah.
All right. I got a. Are you still there?
Yeah.
All right. Back in, I think it was around like March, y'all was giving away the tickets for the Brit Floyd concert.
Yeah.
And I won a pair, and y'all said that they hadn't went on sale yet. That y'all would call me, you know, a few months later when I got closer to the time. And you know, then this whole pandemic happened, but I never got a call or anything about them. And they, you know, they put that concert off till next year, and I was wondering if I'm still going to have tickets to go.
Oh, I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm trying to find a question. Go ahead, Jarman. I work in the same department you do.
Oh, no. I was just waiting on you. Man, I probably not. I mean, they probably won't. We probably won't have concerts for another year and a half, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know all that, but I was just, you know, wondering if I was still gonna like get some kind of prize or whatever if they did.
Nah, I would doubt it, man.
Did.
I would doubt it.
Okay.
I mean, if they, what concert is it?
Brit Floyd.
It was It was the Prince Floyd. The concert was actually on my birthday, man, June 6th. And, I looked it up or whatever after the concert's all stopped. And then they
You there? Great. Now he's going to take me.
All right, we going after this? I don't like any of my questions today.
You not want to play any of that phone call?
And if you want to get it edited, go. You got 2 minutes. Ooh. Ready?
Yeah. Hey, and tease that Notre Dame since that was an hour ago.
You're listening to Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
What happened to your high school reunion, Jason?
Well, it didn't actually happen to me. It happened to our group of friends that were together. So we ended up leaving the high school reunion and going to the Blue Monkey, and it burnt down that night.
So y'all are the reason that they had to rebuild the Blue Monkey.
I didn't see any wrongdoings, but we were all pretty hammered, so I don't know.
The night the lights went out at the Blue Monkey.
Bartlett High School reunion, 1995.
B-A-B-A-R-B-A-R-T-L-E-T-T Bartlett. Panthers go, fight, win. You know Chris and Posey?
Burn it down.
Man, I went out with a guy from Bartlett class of 95. What was his name? Shorter guy, like black hair, played soccer.
Not sure. But a side note, so we were so hammered that we had to leave a vehicle there, and it got towed and impounded at the city lot because they had to move it to put the fire out.
I mean, that thing, well, the thing about the first Blue Monkey, there was so much shellacker, and they built it using old liquor bottle labels for the bar and everything. So, it just went up in flames and was just boom, gone.
Oh yeah.
Guy's name was Jason. Jason from Bartlett class of 95.
That's not me. You didn't know me. I didn't play soccer. There's a lot of us Jasons running around that school.
And the real bad thing about the Blue Monkey is one of the owners, George, big burly guy, big beard. He had just flown to L.A. to watch the Hogs. He's from Little Rock, get shellackered also by USC. So he woke up that morning and found out about the Blue Monkey and then had to get on an airplane flight from L.A. to Memphis thinking about that.
Is shellacker a real word?
It is in Arkansas.
Yeah, exactly. Shellacker is not a word.
Well, what's that little shiny stuff that you put on?
Lacquer.
Oh.
And you shellac it. Shellac is a verb. Lacquer is a noun.
I learned something new today. Now somebody else can learn something.
Yes, no matter what's going on with the president election, we want to all stand side by side. So you have a chance to win a side-by-side Benchy T-Boss 410 Elite from Performance Plus Cycles in 98 Won the Max. It is now time for your U.S. history question. The first person to text the correct answer to 535-9898, you will be qualified for the side-by-side from Performance Plus Cycles and 98 Won the Max. Your question for today. She was born in the United States and one of show business's most iconic entertainers, Josephine Baker, served what post for the Allied Forces? Text it to 535-9898. First person to text, you are qualified for the side-by-side. One of show business's most iconic entertainers, Josephine Baker, served what post for the Allied Forces? Text it now, 535-9898. Good luck.
You're listening to Danny and the Jar
On 98.1 The Max.
Any of those correct?
Well, she worked for the French Resistance, but there we go. That one top is right.
I got you.
And shellac is something else. I made that up on the air, by the way. Okay. You see your name?
Yep. So, why are they not calling today, but they called yesterday? Hey, the Max, who's this?
This is Sarah Parker.
Sarah, hang on 1 second for me, okay?
Thank you.
Let's do that again. Hey, the Max, who's this?
Sarah Parker.
Danny.
Hey, Sarah, you were the first person to answer correctly on our Rick's Powder Coating text line. The answer to one of show business's most iconic entertainers, Josephine Baker, served what post for the Allied Forces?
Spy.
Yes, ma'am. You were the first person to say that Josephine Baker. Sorry, I've got to do everything, so it takes me a while to move everything around. He doesn't know how to speak people on the phone. It's really weird. Um, Josephine Baker responded to the start of World War II by becoming a spy for the French resistance, known as the Creole Goddess of France. Congratulations, Sarah. You are now qualified for the side-by-side. You're now qualified and a chance to win a side-by-side Benchy T-Boss 410 Elite from Performance Plus Cycles and 98 Won the Max.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Sarah. Thank you. It doesn't speak, sir. Go ahead, Jarman. Get your information. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Danny.
Hang on one second, Sarah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you were ready.
I'm more than ready, but I got 6 things to look at to do it. You're like, hi, the Max. I can't speak after that. I can only say those words.
Because normally you're right on top of it, but that's okay. I could have put her on hold or something.
I'm on top of it. I've got to switch to 6 tabs. One for Josephine Baker, one for the thing that's winning because it's not on the rundown.
Okay.
And then one to look at you, and then one to do this, and you just sit there. You just sit there.
I just sit here and try and record it.
How the back? Oh, you have to hit.
And
Record.
watch
You have to.
the Rebels.
Do you have to like physically record it, or do you just hit a button?
I have to use this mouse instead of using the Vox Pro and record it.
You hit record, or do you like?
No, I have to hit new. I have to hit scroll down.
Then you hit record and then sit.
I thought you were ready. I'm sorry.
I am ready. I just can't do it all. Where's the beginning? I need her saying, hi, the Max. Who's this?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Ironically, her daughter won yesterday. Ready?
You're with Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
Hey, Sarah, you were the first person to answer correctly on our Rick's Powder Coating text line. The answer to one of show business's most iconic entertainers, Josephine Baker, served what post for the Allied Forces?
Spy.
Yes, ma'am. Josephine Baker responded to the start of World War II by becoming a spy for the French resistance, known as the Creole Goddess of France. Congratulations, Sarah. You are now qualified and a chance to win a side-by-side Benchy T-Boss 410 Elite from Performance Plus Cycles and 98.1 The Max.
Thank you so much.
Russian three, dropping it. Uliangalale steps up, loads and throws. It's caught. It's pitched backwards, up in the air. It's on the ground, still in Clemson's hands. And now it is down. It is over. And the Irish have knocked off #1 Clemson.
That is the end of the Clemson game, where the University of Notre Dame beat Clemson without their Heisman Trophy candidate, Trevor Lawrence, probably the #1 NFL draft pick. So a backup quarterback. It took them 2 overtimes, and the students all rushed the field. Well, the University of Notre Dame is ordering all of them to get tested after this. If you saw any of the pictures, the aerial shot, it's like 20,000 kids on the field. No social distancing. Many of the students had face coverings pulled down, and students who don't show up for testing or leave the area without their results won't be able to register for the spring semester or receive a transcript. If a student is exposed or test positive, they'll be required to quarantine in campus for 2 weeks. They've already had 1,400 COVID infections since August the 3rd. I mean, what's the point of rushing the field when, as I said, you're Notre Dame, Rudy, all this. You're one of the biggest football programs ever.
Now take that size of kids running the field and triple it, and you have a Trump rally from 2 weeks ago. I mean, everybody's doing it.
Yeah,
I think everybody's over it.
Right. I mean, and it's, they're kids. You're not going to be able to really get them to do what you tell them to do.
No, I mean, there's crowds now in the streets, celebration. There's crowds at Trump rallies. There's crowds at football games. I think it's just a scream for let's please try and get somewhat back to normal. I'm over the mask. I refuse to go anywhere now. I just don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of putting it on. I'm tired of my outbreaks on my face, which doesn't matter because I have a mask on. You can't see it. But if it requires me to have a mask, I'm not going. I'm not going. Not doing it.
Well, what also frustrates me is having to wash them, because once I cough a couple of times in them, you got to throw them in the wash, put them on hot. And what's that going to do? Make them shrink. If you're wearing, fabric. Do you wear fabric or the
both? Yeah, but I see most people are not wearing fabric anymore. It's like and they all just throw them away when they walk out. I mean, it's a lot easier. My kids like the regular ones better. My kids have no problem with them. I'm over it. They make me claustrophobic. I understand that people want me to wear them to keep other people safe. So I'm just not going to go. If that's the rule to wear them, I follow the rules. I'm just not going to go. I'm done. I'm done.
What kills me about you is you're so tiny, but man, you're claustrophobic like a 7-footer. You can't handle being in.
No, and I get in a panic in it. And I understand if you want us to wear masks. I understand 100%. So I'll just stay home. Coming up next, Metallica mashups are the big craze right now. And we have the latest with Earth, Wind, and Fire next. Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. You call, we're there. MitchWrightAir.com, 795-9044. 24-hour service, never overtime, no extra charge for weekend service. And ask him about the variable speed system that I got. It is an AC system offered by Mitch Wright. It's 8 times more efficient than systems with fans that blast on and off. And these last few weeks, talk about heat to air, heat to air. It's going up and down, but my electricity bill or my MLG&W bill is staying down. So they will tell you about the new AC system and ask them about that. You can be an AC snob like me with the A variable speed system from Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And I'm sure with the weather about to get cooler, they can come out and check your heating and your furnace. Just ask them about that, or ask about the Mitch Wright Club. $12.95 a month on your heating, air, and plumbing ensures safety, savings, and security all year long. They'll come out for 3 visits, and you can get another one for $8.95 extra. Ask about the whole house air scrubber as we go through fall and leaves and acorns falling, tankless water heaters. Find it all at MitchWrightAir.com, 795-9044 for Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Clear.
How come you never played those? Those things were awesome. The 50 years. Montages.
Let's do the last 2 breaks since I don't have Jack.
I gave you a whole bunch of stuff.
Have you got? Oh, never mind. You're right. I forgot Dream Skateboard. All right, you're right. The Disney roller coaster and the skateboard instead of Parlor. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What's Parlor?
That's what I asked you yesterday. You know, you're getting off Facebook because everybody's going to Parlor because it's.
I'm on Parlor. Oh, I didn't know. I'm not looking at the story. I'm trying to get the next break ready.
I got you.
So when you said Parlor, I didn't know what you're referring to. Do you mean the social media? Yes, I'm on it. Coming up next, Britney Spears' father. Oops, nope. Oh, motherless whore. All right, I'll be right back. Come on, dog.
Hi, welcome to the Maid Cafe.
I love going downstairs and my husband's like trying to take his ear pods out real quick. I'm like, I can hear the podcast you're listening to, okay? I know you're not listening. You don't listen to your wife. If you only knew how much I talked about you.
So I went and got coffee, and Bobby called me into his office.
Oh, you want to do this on StreamYard?
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
He called me into his office, and he slid a check in the front. And I looked down. I didn't sign it. I was like, "Oh, give me a pen." He goes, "No, look harder." I wrote Robert Johnson. Even he had a smile.
You wrote Robert Johnson and didn't sign it? You can't. That's a check your ass can't cash, isn't it? That's what you're doing. Buying some time. Buying some time.
Hey, you know how when you walk in my house, that wall, they're so small that it's all crossroad pictures that Dave Bunk, like the one right here by the.
Yeah, I don't know, but go ahead.
But anyway, it's all crossroad things. So that's why it's funny that I just call him that because of Crossroads and Robert Johnson.
Right. All right. Come on, computer.
Radio, car, Danny in the Jar.
On 98.1
The Max.
Metallica mashups have been a hit lately. Here's another monster mashup from Mixmaster DJ Cumberbund. For this one, he uses the music tracks and vocals of Earth, Wind & Fire's Let's Groove, mixed with the vocals from Metallica's Enter Sandman.
Everyone, I tuck you in, walk within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow. And still like the light. Take my hand. Rock the never land.
Kids, that's called a DJ.
I mean, that is badass. I heard it this morning, but the reason I have my finger in my ear is listen to Hatfield in the beginning. I didn't hear that this morning.
Yeah. But kids, see, growing up when we went to clubs and there were DJs there, that's what they did at the clubs. That's why you went. And then you would start with Earth, Wind & Fire, then he would have that come in, and then you would finish with Enter Sandman. That's what we grew up with. Y'all don't do that stuff anymore.
What did Cuba Gooding Jr. like when you were in LA?
To throw money at me?
for what song?
I don't know that he ever asked for a song.
Huh.
I don't remember.
Just do your thing.
A lot of people, they learn quickly. This isn't a request line. Let's move it. Let's move it. I'm the DJ and you're not going to tell me what to go with next. I never mixed like that though. And I didn't have the equipment to do that, but DJ Mark, what's his name? Up at Senses, man. I mean, and Cody, DJ Cody, that was what was awesome about it.
I mean, we've had plenty. David the Worm, Devin Steele. Devin Steele is incredible to watch. He's done a lot of football games over the last couple of years, and just standing out in Tiger Lane and listening to him, you can appreciate it.
You wouldn't even know songs have that same beat, but once you find it, it's fun. It's fun to do it. Now here's another mashup. Kool and the Gang Celebration with what? Quiet Riot's Metal Health. Bang Your Head. Go.
Teacher says that I'm one big brain. I'm like a laser, six-string razor. I got a mouth like an alligator. I want it louder, more power. I'm gonna rock it till it strikes the hour. Bang your head.
It's a celebration.
Metal health will drive you mad. Bang your head.
It's a celebration.
Metal health will drive you mad.
Now, what
That is
kids?
awesome.
It was awesome, and what kids don't realize is a lot of their parents skated to that song, both of them, in the early '80s. They were right around the same time.
I
was awesome.
I know. And then I'm thinking Neon Moon. I mean, you would go from the honky tonk to AC/DC. God, those were the good old days. What happened? Where do kids go now?
I miss smelling Mark Teeter's Winter Skull. That's all I know.
Mark Teeter. Yeah, I where do kids go these days? They go to clubs?
No,
But there's no reason to when you have social media. The only thing is that's why Brookhaven and places like that, it's your sports watering hole.
I agree. Maybe it's just, because I love dancing. I loved it. I mean, Neon Moon. Whew,
God, it was so much fun. I know. It was such a good time. Even the flashbacks. Flashback to flashbacks. Woo.
Yeah, I was never a census guy, but that's our point, man. Just nobody footloose, man. Dance.
You got to dance it out. You wouldn't be so angry all week if you had somewhere to go dance it out. Coming up next, a guy in California created a smaller version of Disneyland's Matterhorn roller coaster in his yard during quarantine. And Kelly Clarkson belted out Aerosmith's Dream On during her show yesterday. Take us home, Kelly.
Clear.
I already did. Really? Oh my God. Oh, from this morning? I've sent it to your manager. Could you not send it to you? Really? Mm-hmm. Delilah.
Don't start that. Don't start that.
What?
Just the mouse and the document rolling up like it did yesterday. Maybe I need to clean this thing, even though I wipe it down.
You have to do an internal scrub on Friday because I'm coming in next week. I think we're gonna switch out. I'll come in the studio. You go home.
What's that?
Why do you get to go to the studio all the time?
So I'm going to stay at home and. I don't know.
That's what we originally said when we did this. Like, You know why? I mean, I need a break out of this hellhole too.
Oh no, that's fine. It's just 2 months ago you said you were never gonna leave.
No, it's because it was actually MB's suggestion. I agree. Well, I'll tell you off air.
I got you. That. Since we're running a little behind this, and then how about we just end? I'll play both of those 50 years back to back. You like it?
That would have been a good U.S. history question. Well,
we can save it.
Well, today is the day. Tomorrow's not the day.
Oh, I'm talking about the albums.
Yeah, I think we got all year with it. Did no one like my suggestion in Teams, or did nobody see it? I tried to be cute in Teams yesterday.
Oh, no.
Making my own team.
No, but no, do the 955 and then play the albums back to back because they're both like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Okay. No, I'm afraid of that.
What?
The whole company.
The whole company what?
You were like, did nobody like my team?
Did you not see it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, go to Teams.
RSG.
It was a test too. If none of y'all saw it, we're not going to use it. Do you see Max Team? Hello?
You're talking about the
Do you see the folder Max Team?
right? In general.
Okay.
I'm reading the specialties.
Well, then answer me. Then yes. I mean, I'm like, do you see Max Team? And you're not saying a word.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
You do like it?
It's so small print. God, I'm getting old.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. That's why I don't like Teams. It's so small print. Why is it so small? Can you change it?
And Adobe. That's why I lean like this.
Oh, I know.
No, I like that.
There's some good ones too.
Oh, yeah, because that was hardcore, you know, Redbeard and all that good stuff. I'm sorry, but when Rob Morrison emails me, I jump every time like, how did he? The other one.
No, I know.
I'm like, whoa.
Okay, so go back to your Teams.
I'm here.
Okay, now hit Control. Control.
All right.
Hit plus sign.
Well, that's like any website. Okay. Yeah, but anything for Adobe.
And anything you need for Teams, Google it. Takes 2 seconds. Google it. Google it. I made a whole team yesterday because I Googled it. Denim and Diamonds, Denny. How could I forget about Denim and Diamonds?
I was going to say that. Dim and Diamonds was just too much. You know, Neon Moon was like it said. There were lights everywhere.
And Denim and Diamonds came after Neon Moon. It tried to be Neon Moon, then it just turned into gangsta.
Well, that and it was just dirty and.
Where was Denim and Diamonds?
Mendenhall, Winchester, across from Tiffany's, and
jeez, we would just go anywhere, wouldn't we?
it was in the shop. Well, I was hanging around the Kirby girls too, and I'm the one who got them in country music. Here we go.
It's Danny and the Jar.
98.1 The Max.
Whoa, that was a new one. Congratulations, Jarman. He got the Kirby girls into country music.
Yeah.
Winning. Do you know who I am? That's about up there with Do you know who I am? What are you talking about?
We were talking about Neon Moon and dancing and all this, and somebody on Facebook Live told Danny and I that, what about Denim and Diamonds? I was like, eh.
But I mean, we went there. It was a club. There were so many clubs to choose from. And then Jarman goes on to brag that he got the Kirby girls into country music. Like that's a Nobel Peace Prize award. What? I'm the one who got him into it.
Well, but you got to realize that was also when Garth started, and then, hell.
Yeah, so let's hold off a little bit on yourself there, okay?
Miss Kelly Joyner, Courtney Anderson, Tiffany Anderson Woods out there, they all had ropers because of the JAR. I'm going to just say that out loud.
Okay. Why did I have ropers in? I didn't know you. And Wranglers. And I saw little Tex and little Tim McGraw at the Mid-South Coliseum.
A guy in California created a smaller version of Disneyland's Matterhorn roller coaster. You ever go to Disneyland?
I never have been to Disneyland. That would be why I don't know what this Matterhorn is.
It's a pretty big roller coaster, I think. Well, he built it in his yard during quarantine.
I always wanted to build a ride, and Disney rides are special to me because they're themed. They tell a unique story, and never really had the know-how or the time. And, they talk about all the negatives of COVID, but one of the benefits of COVID is that you have all this time and you realize, what can I be doing with all this time?
Well, the thing about that is I thought it was going to be because he built it for his kids or something. I didn't know he was a man for himself. And it's sad because Disneyland is still closed. And just yesterday, they announced a bunch of other layoffs and furloughs. So.
But this man's backyard is open. It's only $5.99 to come on in.
I always wanted to build a ride, and Disney rides are special to me because they're themed. They tell a unique story, and never really had the know-how or the time. And, they talk about all the negatives of COVID, but one of the benefits of COVID is that you have all this time and you realize, what can I be doing with all this time?
Jarman, what did you do with all this time? Get people transfer them over to country music?
Yep. Buy ropers, Cowboy Corner, Frontier Ranch Supply. Go see Miss Michelle Radich down there, and I'm going to whip her ass one day. Not you, Michelle, the girl I'm talking to. Well, this guy has taken advantage of the pandemic. The Dream Skateboarder. When I saw this first today, I was like, who is this? Is he a famous skateboarder? Well, he was
Tony Hawk's son.
Right. Nathan Apodaca proposed to his girlfriend Saturday night, and they're getting married in December. He slipped a $22,000 ring on his finger.
On her finger.
Huh?
On her finger.
On her finger. I thought this guy was handicapped, or not handicapped, but homeless. But they say he was skateboarding to work and drinking cranberry juice, and while he was listening to this song.
Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say when they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know.
I take that back. Danny got me so flustered, I forgot that he was filming himself skateboarding to work, drinking cranberry juice and lip syncing to that. And then Mick Fleetwood, Stevie Nicks, and all of them have done it. And he's become a viral hero, I suppose.
Well, that's what they're saying right here. I guess obviously things have been going well since he went viral with a $22,000 engagement ring is why I guess that's in the news. But no one knows what he makes just because you assuming he's homeless was one thing. I'm sure you thought you read it but he looks like a gang member for God's sakes.
Right. Well, the reason I say I thought he was homeless because somebody started a GoFundMe page for him and raised about 50 to 75,000, which is why he can. I'm not putting a $22,000 ring on any woman's finger, but
well, that because his shirt is off and he's drinking out of a bottle of cranberry juice, and so I'm sure everybody out there is going, "Wow, isn't she superficial?" Or what do you call it, stereotypical? Well, yes, I am. First of all, I'm go ahead and admit that.
Hang on.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Danny Bryan sucks. She's a pretentious idiot. That is all.
And I am. So, no, what I mean by that is I am stereotyping most men with their shirt off drinking out of a bottle, like a bottle, not like a bottle, but a bottle, like a liter, a 2 liter.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like a 2-liter plastic cranberry. Who makes the big cranberry juice?
Ocean Spray, I think.
Yeah, it's an Ocean Spray.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like a millionaire's doing that. And I'm going to say most millionaires don't. They can, but they don't. But with all that being said, so I guess he spent all that money that he got on the GoFundMe page on his girlfriend, which is fine. But something about that video is so awesome that now playing that song, I see him in my head. I think why it looks so awesome is usually when you put a video together, you put music to the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it fits so perfectly that it doesn't look real.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a girl that's also gone viral. She is from Texas, and she's done it, and it's a little bit of a delay also, just like him. And I don't know why they would put a little bit of a delay in it because it looks like, he's,
What do you mean?
Well, she's singing it, actually. I take that back. She's singing it. But I agree with that.
What about the delay? I mean, TikTok's going to give you a delay. That's how the TikToks are sometimes. So.
Are we on delay?
Undelay. Get out of here. I say we're done.
I was about to say, literally.
Whoa. That is horrific looking.
Yeah, there are so many small numbers.
7.5 minutes. Oh my God.